Evening, folks. Brian here. Oh gosh, Thursday, July 4, 2024. Hope you're all well. Very, very quick talk about Edgar Cayce, the American sleeping prophet. One of Edgar's predictions was the eruptions, the simultaneous eruptions of both Mount Etna and Martinique's Mount Pelee, which would trigger a chain of events leading to massive shifts in Earth's geography, signaling the final shift of the poles. I would assume he means the final acceleration point of the poles. Following these eruptions within 3 months, he also stated that the south coast of the United States, areas between Salt Lake and southern Nevada, may also experience devastating earthquakes and catastrophic flooding, water events, within 3 months following the eruptions of both Mount Etna and Pelee in the Caribbean. So his predictions should be considered within the context of scientific research, ongoing data observations, and in the increased seismic and volcanic activity currently going on, such as of today, the increased activity in Etna and Stromboli volcanoes. I'm going to also add something. So what could be the trigger for at least one of these? Obviously, the nearing approach of the binary system with the electromagnetic connection to Earth's core, expanding the core, pressurizing the core, drawing up the magma up through the mantle plumes, which are anchored to the outer core, the mantle plumes which comes to the underside of the lithosphere, which we walk up on. As well as the destabilization and breakdown of our jet streams, resulting in more frequent and higher amplitude storms, hurricanes, cyclones, typhoons, tornadoes. I already showed you 2 earthquakes following the path directly of Hurricane Beryl. The first earthquake was a 4.3, 25 kilometers away from Mount Pelee at 160 some odd kilometers deep. Can you see how everything can maybe falling together, falling in place? We are going to have increased storm events. As I have repeatedly shown now, storms means drops in barometric pressure, which allows increased muon counts, which penetrate through the Earth's crust and into volcanic areas, pressurizing silica-rich magma pressure boom booms. And if not a volcanic eruption, it's still the pressure underneath the plates, earthquakes. So when I first saw that earthquake just offshore Martinique, Mount Pelee, Edgar came into mind immediately. Now we see news today about increased activity in Etna. Now, Stromboli is always erupting, but more so now, more violently now, and now Etna. As well as Campi Flegra, small little earthquake in Vesuvius, the crater, and so on. So that whole region. It lends a little bit of credence to the predictions from the sleeping prophet Edgar Cayce, in my opinion. As with everything else on the planet, everything is just increasing in frequency and amplitude and magnitude. The Cascadia subduction zone, the explorer plate, that happens. And it happens, and it happens. But the magnitudes are slowly increasing because the pressure is building up. Those earthquakes in the Explorer Plate off of Vancouver Island are slowly subsiding. That's why I wasn't too worried about it right now. What's the timing, Brian? How much time do we have? Pay attention and observe. Observe and absorb the information. That's all I can say right now. Don't get too freaked out about these large earthquake swarms. Until it gets into the magnitude 6 range, I'm not paying too much attention to it. Because I've seen it happen several times before. You can find the article. There's either 2,000 or 3,000 earthquakes in one day next to the Explorer Seamount, the underwater volcano. So anyway, I just want to talk briefly about the Edgar Cayce predictions of both Mount Etna and Pelee erupting at the same time, and what could be the possible triggers. So when a hurricane passes over and it drops its pressure, right, a protective umbrella, and more muons penetrate the Earth's crust, it doesn't always happen at the same way, the same time. It can take hours, it can take a few days before anything happens. So just because the hurricane has passed over, say, Jamaica, and it's on its way to the Yucatan, something can still happen at Jamaica. I'm going to try and have a video about, later on tonight, about safe zones. Stay tuned.